Hello, Powers! Welcome back to POWCAST. Penabur Our World Podcast.
So, this is our second podcast with me, Kiara, and Ray. And today, we will talk about how you feel when you enter a new phase.
Now, we have invited our native speaker, Sir Guillermo. Hello, sir. Welcome to POWCAST. Say hello to the Powers.
Hello, Powers, and hello, everyone.
Yes.
Hello, guys. Thanks for the invitation. I'm so thankful for being here.
Yes. So, can you introduce yourself a little bit? Like, where do you come from, and what's your current activity right now?
Sure. So, my name is Guillermo. People normally call me G, since it's easier. I'm from Peru. I'm 25 years old. And currently, I'm a teacher of English here in Penabur of SMA and SMP.
Yes. And we also have some few questions.
Okay.
And the first one is, what is your first impression about Indonesia?
Well, there are many things I can talk about. So, let me start with the weather.
Yes.
I was expecting, that Indonesia was a really hot place, but I wasn't expecting this hot. It's very, very hot. I remember when I arrived here, I was with my jacket, and I was wearing my jacket the whole trip, and I was sweating because I didn't know where to put my jacket.
Oh.
So that's one thing. In Peru, we have summer, we have the 4 seasons, but here you only have like two, right?
Two, yes.
Yes.
Like summer and
Dry and rain.
rainy.
Yeah.
And even in both times, it's very, very hot. So it's something that I had a hard time to stand, like to resist. But yeah, I can handle myself. Another thing is about the food.
Oh.
Normally the food, in Peru we have many dishes like salty, sweet, and also spicy. There are even
Yes.
traditional dishes that are spicy only. But the spicy level compared to here, well, yeah, let me tell you, Indonesia is too spicy for me. I even had like stomach problems because of that. Like my skin got dry on the lips that was like red.
Yeah.
And I had many experiences like eating food that it was like spicy, but at the same time, yeah, I mean, I had a good time experiencing new anecdotes. And those are stories that now I can share with my family or with my friends and other people too, yeah.
All right.
But what do you think about the environment so far? Like about Indonesian people in general?
Well, I don't know if it's because I'm foreigner, but normally people here are very warm. Like they really want to talk to me, they really want to get close to me. Like they are surprised that I don't look like the average, Indonesian here because I'm not Indonesian. So they always are asking me questions about where am I from, what's my name, what am I doing here, if I'm just for vacations. And they always ask me this thing like, why Indonesia? Why are you here? And sometimes I don't know how to reply this, even to my students, like when they ask me, teacher or sir, why are you traveling to Indonesia, Sometimes I feel like, why not? I mean, that's my answer, why not? But when people ask me like very seriously, I don't know what to reply. But so far, even though they don't speak English that much, they try. And they try really hard sometimes, but I appreciate that. And I always let them know, hey, thank you for speaking in English because it's really hard for me to speak in Bahasa. I barely know some words or some quotes that I have heard from people or from, the people, abroad. Like when I go to a store market, like, any place, they say makasih or there's some other words. So I learned a bit from that, but I don't know how to speak proper Bahasa. So when they speak English, it's nice. And well, of course, they don't speak Spanish because I think it's very hard to find someone who speaks Spanish.
Almost no one does here.
Yeah, and I totally get it. But so far, people here, I only been in Jakarta and of course in Lampung, but people are very warm. They are very into knowing me. So I really had a good times and many good experiences with a lot of them.
Yes, and also I'm very curious, what did your parents, maybe your friends, reacted that you were going to teach in Indonesia?
Well, first of all, the first surprise was, okay, you're going abroad to teach.
Yes.
That was the first surprise. The second surprise was, you're going to teach abroad, but in Indonesia? Like, who knows that country? Because in Peru, since it's like the antipode in the globe from Indonesia, almost the antipode, they think, why so far? Maybe you can go to another place, another country. And I say, yeah, maybe, but that was one of my dreams. Like, not exactly Indonesia. My goal was to go farther, even farther, like the farther place I can go to. And one of the options was Indonesia. So I said, okay, Indonesia looks like a very good place, so let's go there. My parents, my friends were like, are you sure about your decision? And I say, yeah, I mean, you gotta be brave in life, so
Yeah.
of course I was sure. Then they were like, but are you sure? Are you for real sure? And I say, yeah, I'm sure. Of course, it was a really sad reaction. Like my family was like they were crying, my friends too, because they were missing someone in their lives.
Oh.
But that teaches you a lot of things. My friends were like even surprised that I was leaving everything in Peru just to be a teacher. Because I mean, 25 years old, you don't imagine anyone being a teacher. To be honest, there are few people who want to be a teacher, but for
Yes.
real. But that was my dream since I was 21 or 22.
Oh.
So yeah, if you have a dream, you have a goal, you just fight for it, go for that, and reach it.
Yes.
They were really surprised. They cry a lot, but at the same time, they were happy because I was reaching my goals.
Yes. And Peru and Lampung and Indonesia have so many differences. How do you adapt to it?
Exactly, Lampung, right?
Yes.
Well, I've been in Peru like 25 years of my life. My whole life I've been there.
Yes.
And I've been living in the city, so in the capital
Oh,
city.
Yes.
So there are many differences. First of all, Lima
Yeah,
is the
Lima.
capital of Peru, the capital city of Peru.
Yes. Lima.
It's bigger, a lot of facilities like any other capital city. So in Lampung, you also have a lot of facilities, but they are
Nowhere
not
near.
as much
Yeah.
as there.
Yes. Not as
For example, the malls. In Peru, in Lima we have a lot of malls, but here you
Yeah.
have only a few.
Yes.
Then the other facilities like transportation. We have a lot of types of transportation. But
Oh.
something different is that here in Lampung, and I think in Indonesia in general, you have a lot
Yes.
of motorcycles.
Yes. Motorcycles, obviously.
We don't have that. I mean, we have motorcycles, but we don't use them like taxis or like
Oh.
just like formal transportation. We don't
Yeah.
use that because we consider it's insecure. And yeah, we even in the apps like transportation apps, we use like other like Uber or something like that. We don't have motorcycles. We only have cars. If you use motorcycles, it's only for delivering things like go check like that, just to
Yeah, yes.
deliver something, food, or you want to send something just for that. But no motorcycles for formal transportation. Then the weather, the
Yeah.
food, the people. People in Lima, Peru, they are not as warm as here. They are a bit colder.
Oh.
I mean, it's nice at some point, but yeah, you have to be very conscious about it. And also, another big difference is that I found that people here like to do things in group.
Yeah.
Yes.
You enjoy that.
Very
right?
normal thing here.
But in Peru, I mean, we also enjoy that, but maybe you can go to a restaurant or to anywhere else and you see people alone, like they are just alone doing their own stuff.
Yeah.
That's another difference too, that in Lima, we don't care about people. Like, I mean, if you are making a TikTok, for example, in the
Yes.
street, it's okay. I mean, just do what. If you are naked, we don't care. If you are
Yeah.
doing something bad,
It's none of your
it's your business.
business.
Exactly. But here is like people they are
People
watching
care a lot
you.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is at some point is nice because you feel like, I mean, cared.
Yeah.
But at other point, if you want to do something like more important or private,
Yeah.
it's like not so
Yeah,
nice. Yeah,
that's-
those are the big differences I found.
So, what's like the biggest difficulties you have in adapting here?
Oh, I think that the fact of realizing that I'm alone.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean, when I say alone, is that I have no friends. I mean, I have no people to talk to. I made friends here, but so
Yes.
far they are not the usual friends that I used to have in Peru.
Oh, yes.
So it's hard to make proper foundations of friendship even here. Now, when you're 25, when you are older, if you want to make a friendship, like a real friendship, it takes a lot of time. And even imagine this: even if you're extroverted, you feel like, I mean, you know them, but they are not your real friends. So you feel lonely. And I think that was one of the things that it's still hard for me to adapt, like how to normalize being lonely. But I think it's also part of growing up. That's what they
see.
say.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And next, how do you face the difficulties in adapting?
Well, first of all, I read. I like to read a lot.
Yes.
I always read like my whole life. And then I meditate, a lot of meditation, because that helped me like 10 or 15 minutes to organize my ideas. Later, I go to the gym.
Oh.
I like to be
Wow.
active. I mean, I don't have like the best body, but I like to be active because
Yeah.
I feel like this stress, you know.
I see.
And also, what I do is sometimes even when I feel really sad, I cry. Because I mean, if you're sad, you just cry, and it relieves a lot of pain. And that helped me a lot. Meditating, reading, crying, and also going to the gym. Those activities have helped me a lot to not feel so alone here.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
Yes. And also, main point from what we're talking about, do you have any suggestions for us as junior high school students that is entering a new phase?
Well, you're entering a new phase, a new world too. What I can tell you is just be brave. Be brave for every
Yeah.
change, for everything.
Definitely.
Be open-minded also to many things, even though you're not in the condition for that. Be open-minded, be brave, and just follow your dreams. Never give up. Never stop.
Yes.
Never stop, and enjoy life. Enjoy every single moment. Don't rush.
Yes.
Don't rush, and
Yes.
be brave. That's what I can tell you.
Yes. The
Right.
key to everything.
Yeah. Never rush.
Really helped you through it, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you rush, you won't enjoy life. So that's what I can tell you now to SMP students, basically.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, can we do the po now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Po,
Yeah.
right?
The
Yes.
trademark.
The trademark, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
I was waiting for that.
1,
Two.
2, 3.
Three.
Po.